Tahir Bass being escorted by his family. Dante Bowser Jr. escorted by his mother and father. Escorted by his family. Instead of me saying escorted by their family, we all know every single senior has their representation of their wonderful families here tonight to celebrate with them. We want to thank their wonderful parents and family and support staff for everything that they have done for each one of these senior athletes. Ward Dieterle. Gogarty. Kayan Edward Gunther. Jalen Holbrook. William Howe. Chi Osuchukwu. Corey Eli Parker. Hassan Parrish. Messiah Petty. Cam Powers. Henry Reed. Aiden Riley. Brody Ryan. Ian White. Nathan Wilson. And Casey Wood. On behalf of your coaching staff, your administrators and staff here at Jackson Reed High School, we want to wish you all the best. We are so proud of you. Good luck with your future endeavors. You guys deserve it. Let's go out here and have some Tiger pride. Let's go, Jackson Reed!
stand for the national anthem. As we watch the JROTC presentation of colors,
All right, everyone, welcome to Tigers TV Live, and it's senior night here at Horse from the third field for our boys varsity football team taking on the Dunbar Crimson Tide. For season, Tigers set a few goals that want to improve from their dismal record, 2-9 over the past 2 years. Also wanted to maybe have a go at their first Turkey Bowl in 32 years. And safe to say, definitely not controversial opinion to say, not looking likely this year. 1-5, the one win, 56-0 shutout over the Paul Pirates. Otherwise, losses to Bishop Ireton, Yorktown, both of Alexandria, Virginia. Or Arlington, Virginia, actually. Then DCIA losses to Blue and last week Eastern. And we are well into the middle of the DCIA season. Of course, when you hear senior night, you think we're at the end. You know, this is almost it. But senior night, the second last home game here at Horace From the third field. And the final game will be the homecoming game against the Roosevelt Rough Riders. And perhaps school administration choosing the Roosevelt game for a homecoming game. So we have a good chance in that. For this nice senior night, the other hand, definitely an uphill task. Taking on the Dunbar Crimson Tide, 3-2 overall, but 2-0 in DCIA Stars Division. Open their DCIA season, DCIA Stars Division in style, a 44-6 victory over a team that's won the Turkey Bowl 2 years in a row, the Roosevelt Rough Riders, 44-6, a huge statement. And Roosevelt lost quite a lot of talent over the offseason, but still a big statement. Then H.D. Woodson, a team that's, you know, always perennial challengers. Team that has won the Turkey Bowl the most times at 15. Dunbar went into H.D. Woodson Ward 7. Came out with a 45-12 win. That was last Friday. 7 days later, here we are. Friday 13th at Horace From the third field. Tigers hosing the Crimson Tide. Last week, Tigers lost 31-20 to the Eastern Ramblers. Team that has had the best run in DCIA over the last couple of seasons. Tigers actually had 2 defensive scores that day. One of them a 100-yard pick six by number 2 Manason Wilson. The other a scoop and score by senior captain Brody Ryan. However, the Tigers were able to profit off of defensive turnovers. Also suffered some offensive turnovers as well. 3 interceptions by QB Ward Dieterle. And, yeah, big task today, but room for improvement. They know what they have to improve. Here we go for kickoff. Tigers fielding. Picked up by Manason Wilson and sworn past the 20. And not going to make it to the 25. Pile of Crimson Tide players piling on. Tigers have an offensive start. Then 25. So for Jackson Reed in a 40-3 loss at home against St. Albans. Quarterback Henry Reed went off with a foot injury. He's back today, but from what I've heard, likely not going to start. Probably just going to be a backup option. Dude, we're going to start. Days in motion, they give it to him, and he loses the ball. Dieterle has to fall on it, and he'll get it. Could have been a disaster for Tigers off the first play from scrimmage. Dieterle means only be lost a couple yards, and now it's coming off. Or probably just going in, talking to coordinator on sideline. Come back on. Dieterle looks near side for Aiden Giles. Almost loses yardage immediately. And in the end, gets past the line of scrimmage. But still 5 yards back from the original line of scrimmage is Aiden Giles, who he's had a pretty busy couple of weeks after all 3 of the Tigers starting options at running back went off. That's Hassan Parrish, Messiah Petty, and Scott Messiah. Giles went in, played 3 quarters, and then played all 4 quarters at Eastern. And he says today he's not coming off the field. He's pumped up. He's enjoyed the pressure. He's had no problem with it. But they're down long, 15 yards out for the Tigers. Dieterle under pressure, and he's going to go down. That's sacked by number 13, Samar Robinson for Dunbar. That'll bring on the punt team, Brody Ryan. Tigers' plan for today was try and switch off the offensive line a bit, do something different. But nothing they really did to stop Samar Robinson, Tigers' tied D-line, from rushing in, sacking Dieterle. Brody Ryan to punt from his own end zone. Gets it off a high punt. And that's going to fall right around the 40, received by number 12. Riley can't finish off the tackle. And it's Mendoza. Not Mendoza. Mason Wilson who managed to do so. That was number 12, Kamon Felder, who received it. And yeah. So Tigers struggled a bit with that defense of the Crimson Tide. Now let's bring on the offense. It is a really tough team they're facing. Quarterback Bronson Dukes, one of the best quarterbacks in DC. Great thrower, but he's got a lot of weapons. And you see Dunbar lining up 3 on the near side. Tron Wood in the backfield next to Bronson Dukes. Switch sides, and now Bronson Duke's going to throw to his left, and that took a tip. Number 14 for the Tigers, Kanan Gunthrope, one of the many seniors being honored today here at senior night, one who made the breakup. And that's what Dunbar likes to do. Expect to see those receivers going up the slot. Bronson Dukes and Dunbar, they love that, and they've got all the weapons they need to do that. Dukes looking to his left again, and he's going to fire. And he's got it for the touchdown for Dunbar. And yeah, there's the signal. That was number 4, Tristan Terminator Waters. He's a junior, stands at just 5'11". But he's an amazing player. Nicknamed the Terminator. Was on one of the DC Gridiron players to watch before the season started. And he's the one who's going to get the opening points for Dunbar. So both Bronson and Dukes and him are juniors, as number 1, Michael Hammer Clark, sneaking it in for the 2 points. Are juniors, and this is a Dunbar team. Quite a few juniors in this team. And football in particular, one of those sports where seniors are favored, but still more than likely the best team in DCIAA. Got the opening score there after just about 3 minutes or so. Man, Tristan Waters, one of those players who, you can go out wide, you can go in the slot. And in particular, as I was saying, Dunbar love for this a lot. If you're a wide receiver in high school, maybe it's not where you want to be. You know, you want to be out wide getting those flashy plays, but that's how Dunbar get them. They go up the middle, and they don't just go for the initial yards. They got the touchdown out of those. That's a play that kill teams like H.D. Woodson and Roosevelt. However, of course, it was an incomplete on the first play. So Brosnan Dukes and Tristan Waters were forced to switch it up. But, of course, it wasn't much of a problem for him. Bit of a low kick. And wrapped up is number 25, to your best. Tigers will have better starting position at the 30-yard line. Or, correction, that was Bilal Harrison, not to your best. My mistake. Tigers going to get going again from the 30-yard line, hoping to have more progress. Haven't had any positive yardage after those first 3 plays in the 3 and out. Dieterle and Aiden Giles, the players in the backfield again. No receivers out wide for Dieterle. Dieterle goes inside and dropped by number 10, Zaire Richardson. Just a really simple mistake. It was number 13, Samar Robinson on a cover, the man who got the sack to force the 3rd down last drive. Maybe instilling a bit of fear, bit of pressure. And yeah, Tigers, of course, facing a great team today. Really, today is all about improvement, but of course, can't be doing stuff like that. Dieterle looking deep. Gonna go near side to Zaire Richardson. It's picked off. It's that man again, Samar Robinson. He's gonna take it back for a pick 6. Yeah. Ward Dieterle in the last few games certainly struggled with the interceptions. And already one there. Tigers go 14-0 down. And let's see. Right. And Dunbar going to try it for 2 points again. One man out wide. Brosnan Dukes under center. Hands it off, and he is stopped. Number 0, John Wood. Oh, good. Mason Wilson, the man who got the 100-yard pick 6 last week at Eastern. The man made a tackle, just ran him over. So, still 14-0. That drive about solid 10 seconds or something, about 15. And Tigers going to receive a kickoff for the 3rd time tonight. Mason Wilson for it. Found room on the right side. Here he goes. Mason Wilson hit out short of the 40-yard line of the Dunbar Crimson Tide. Dunbar pumped up with that hit, but Tigers have good starting field position. That's what you love to see, and that's what we have to do when we're facing a team as good as the Dunbar Crimson Tide, you have to capitalize on these opportunities. And Mason Wilson did. So Aiden Giles in the backfield again. He is, yeah, as I said, had a busy couple of weeks, but he's pumped up. A man who loves to be on the football field. Said he doesn't want to come off the field tonight. And Scott Messiah Petty, both injured. Hassan Parrish suited up. Said it's a game time decision whether or not he'd start. Looked like he hasn't been on the field so far. We've seen where he'll come. Low snap. DW under pressure. Going to throw deep. And it's another pick. Well, Dunbar got the return. We got a flag on the field. It was number 8 with the pick off. That's Saki Frost. But that play was blown dead before he had an opportunity to do anything. And let's see what that results in. Certainly some aggressive blocks, you have to say. Sent a player down on the field. So it is Dunbar ball, but they will be moved back. 2 personal foul calls on the Crimson Tide. Jerron Wood in the backfield shotgun with quarterback Boston Dukes again. Failed to get a 2-point conversion last time he's on the field. Going near side, Jamon Burley. Forced out by Mason Wilson. Will be a first down for the Crimson Tide. Dunbar left that screen pass with 3 on the near side. They'll try it again. DeGrayson shakes a man. Now goes down. Number 28, AJ Ward, man, forced him down. That's Lawrence Grayson Jr. Man go down. They go quick on this one. First down for the Tide. Again, 3 on the near side for Dunbar, only 2 for the Tigers. Now they want to go deep. That's where Boston Duke's going to throw it. But Lawrence Grayson Jr. just can't get there. Overthrew him by just a couple of yards. And you see Hassan Parrish there on the field. Has not played running back so far, but he's there at DB. Mason Wilson also in the area. Second and 10, Dunbar looking to try to that offensive spread again, 3 on the near side. Bit of blocking here, and I'll go short to Grayson. Grayson has a bit of room, but trips. And looks like we're going to have a holding here. Some real aggressive blocking by number 10, Jamon Burley. Jamon Burley, the senior, one of the favorite targets of Boston Dukes. He got quite a few yards. And a few touchdowns last week against H.D. Woodson. Second down, 22 for Crimson Tide. See if they can get some big yards. They'll hand it off to Tremont Burley. He's got room on the left, and he can get there, and he will. Mason Wilson missed a tackle, and Tremont Burley's going to walk into the end zone. So 20-0 for Dunbar. Looking like we might have another quick night, Dunbar already. 20 points after 5 minutes. Now do you want to start? That's a high pass by Bronson Dukes to number 7, Kelvin Thompson, the senior, 6'2". Had to leap a bit to get that ball, but otherwise walked in unopposed, and it is 22-0. What you say? Wait. All right, kickoff number 4 for the Tigers. Let's see it. Bounces out of bounds. That'll be better field position for the Tigers. Ref marked it at the 35-yard line. We'll go forward, though. It's a 5-yard penalty in high school football. Tigers will start from the 40-yard line. And timeout before they're going to get things started. Refs on back from that timeout. Strong words there from Melissa Rogers and its 2 coordinators, Mark Mullen, Tim Gerald. All right, take 3. Hopefully no interceptions. Beaterly looking near side. Completed to Zaire Richardson, who's then buried by number 13, Samar Robinson. He's had a great night already. Give that Dunbar stats. 1 And on the defensive front, one man stands out. Yamar Johnson, a senior, has an average of 9 tackles per game. And here he is on the blitz. Gets blocked, but ends Robinson, who tackles number 12, Henry Reed, who's now in the game. Ball comes out, but he's already down. We got player slow to get up. That's Aiden Giles. And that might be the end of the world. He's injured, actually, but he's not. He's fine. As he said, he's not coming off the field tonight. Except he is. On comes number 4, Hassan Parrish. He's back, one of Tigers' best offensive weapons this year. Went off against Blue, as did number 7, Messiah Petty, and number 0, Scott Messiah. Henry Reed, QB draw. Here he goes, and he's going to fall right at the original line of scrimmage. All the Dunbar linebackers sprint right at him. Choose the safe option. Now, punt team is on again. Wasn't 5 minutes ago in the first quarter. Tom Parrish on for this. Another hot punt by Brody Ryan. And it's going to bounce. Aiden Riley makes the catch. Make sure our field position doesn't get any better for Dunbar, who will start from their own 31-yard line. Tide offense back on. New face in the backfield to run for the Crimson Tide. Number 21, Dayon Finch, Jr. They go to the left side. And Zay Brandon looking like just barely going to get the first down. Else I know it's actually going to be second in inches. More like second in... All right, never mind, there's the call. First down for Dunbar. This time they give it to number 21. The ball is out. They'll say he was down. Aiden Riley managed to stick his hand out and secure that ball just in case, but yeah. Someone went too quick for the Tigers. Dunbar going to move forward. And will that give them a first down? Brosnan Dukes, though the play didn't count, had another quick throw to the far side with Zay Brandon. Under pressure, Casey Wood can't finish him off, but then he goes down. That was number 13, Kane Gunthrope. Managed to make sure he was down. That's what the Tigers need to be doing on defense. That was one of those, what is that? No, it's forgotten. The defense had a pretty good performance against Blue. It was the offense where they gave away quite a few points, as they did against Eastern and already have today. But yeah, great from Casey Wood, senior captain. But looking like it's going to be undone. There's the run by Wood. will be tackled short of the 30-yard line by number 52, Ryan Goggerty. And you see all out for the Tigers now. Here's Drayon Wood. Be a short gain. Another tackle by Ryan Goggerty. Tigers, you see on defense, they make quite a few good plays, not only for it to be undone when a running back just finds the space and gets a huge yardage. Wouldn't want here, but chain's not going to move. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Based on what we've seen from the Tide, this could possibly be an easy first, but you never know. Whole lot of Tigers lined up on the line. They want to get the stop. On the left side. And yes, it's Zay Brandon again, getting the first. As I was talking about, Dunbar love going up the gut for the slot receivers, but they also love the screen. Not huge fans of being flashy. They're fans of winning. They've done that a lot this year. But Nathan Wilson gets a good hit that number 15, Aiden Riley, managed to complete the tackle on number 12, Kamon Felder. Man who turns a lot of kicks for the Crimson Tide. Second and 2 at the 6-yard line. And touchdown, Tristan Waters. The Terminator gets his second of the game. And that's what we see a lot from the Crimson Tide. Just going right up the slot, into the middle. And Brosnan Duke's quick fire pass finds him for the touchdown. That was number 13, D.D. Dyson on the cover. Really not able to do anything against that play. And Dunbar, they haven't done a lot of those slot plays like I said I expected of them. As here's the 2-point attempt, basically carbon copy of their last, with a short high pass to number 7, Kelvin Thompson. And Tigers just caught napping. No one on that far side. And yeah, as I said, Dunbar haven't done a lot of those cross route passes, but haven't needed to pretty much this game. They love those screen passes with the blocks, and they also love running it. Of course, also picked up quite a few points thanks to the interceptions by Ward Dieterle. Now Henry Reed is in, so wondering if maybe we can expect that to stop. Don't know for sure. All right, because of the penalties, Dunbar gonna force him to move back a bit. Nathan Wilson back to receive. That's a take a bounce, then he loses it, and wanted to let that bounce out of bounds, which it does. That will improve Tigers' yards slightly. Only a 5-yard penalty here in high school football. In the NFL, it's much bigger, but of course, don't really expect pro kickers to do that. And, benefit for the Tigers that very rarely happens for us. And despite how we perform, we consistently have the best kickers in UCIAA. That was what won us the homecoming game against Eastern High School last year, with Brody Ryan getting that game-winning extra point. So Henry Reed was on for a bit, but now like maybe Dieterle's back. Now that is Henry Reed, and he's under pressure, goes down. Well within the 5. Now what you want to see here returning. Henry Reed come back on, had work with offensive coordinator Mark Mullen. Back on the field. From zone end zone, Reed hands it off to Aiden Giles, who diminishes any chance of a safety, at least most likely, with that. Aiden Giles, he can do the north-south and run to the side. And really just doing what he needs to do there. All it is. Ball placed at the 8-yard line. And that's the end of the first quarter. We'll be back. Tigers offense back on the field for the second quarter, trailing 30-0. If Dunbar score once more, then the clock runs. Henry Reed back in at QB for the first time since St. Albans game. Aiden Giles still at running back. Reed under pressure. Tried to go forward. And could have maybe even got a bit of yardage out of that. But then Kyvon KK Cutchin almost grabbed his shoulder and threw him down. Real impressive play by the man who has 5 tackles per game. Good heads-up play by Henry Reed to get out of there, but even better job by KK Cutchin to stop any of that progress. And for second time tonight, Brody Ryan going to punt from his own end zone. Of course, not the first time he has punted tonight. But these end zone punts, always pretty risky. Ryan from the end zone gets it off. Pretty impressive punt. Received by Felder. He shakes off Mason Wilson. Now he's room to his right. Well, he met by Brody Ryan. He trips him up. Managed to get a few yards as he stumbled down. And got into the red zone. Very short field for the Tide. As a reminder, if the Dunbar Crimson Tide score one more touchdown, then the clock will run, meaning clock stops only for the ends of quarters and 4 timeouts. Also, stop the game, injury, or tactical. Down on near side, Lawrence Grayson picks up a first. Correction, Tide don't move the chains. That will make it 2nd and 1. Tide going with those 3 in the top side again. And again, Lawrence Grayson Jr. knocked out by Mason Wilson. A few yards short of the pylon. But that is first down. We'll make it 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Some flags off the start of the play. Dunbar can't be moved much further. This is actually a false start by the Crimson Tide. And Dunbar, they really like going quickly. I've had to halt a bit of my color commentary today because of how quickly Brosnan Duke likes to snap this ball. Five-yard penalty for the Crimson Tide. Brosnan Dukes looking for that slot play. And back in the end zone, broken up by Brody Ryan. Great leap. Manages to knock it out of the hands of Tristan Terminator Waters. And as I said, Dunbar, they love those cross routes up the middle. Their slot receivers, and Brosnan Dukes in particular likes his fellow junior Terminator Waters. But Tigers have done a decent job of that. We've only seen about one example of them doing that successfully. That was for a touchdown. Tackle made there by Kane Gunthrope. Gain for Dunbar will get them closer to the end zone. That was number 21. Dion Finch on the rush. He's alone in the backfield, and he's going to take this into the end zone. Brosnan Dukes is lined up at her center. First time we've seen that from him today. By now, Dunbar have that threshold of more than 35 points, and the clock will run from now on, but I do think they need to get that PAT first. This time, Shaman Burley makes the cut and does manage to get in on the far side. Number 13, D.D. Dyson, almost got there at the corner. But is Shaman Burley going into the end zone? He's had a quiet night, really. Guys like Zay Brandon getting a lot of these receptions. And, of course, Dunbar haven't used their traditional offensive format tonight. And that's a format that benefits Shamon Burley in particular. But that time, decided to give Burley the ball. And he does score the extra 2 points. That makes it 38-0. Here's the kick from Dunbar. And that one barely rolling out of bounds toward the pylon. Good spot by Mason Wilson. Had to bounce out. That will improve. Or that's only going to go to the 5-yard line, 10-yard line. And actually, with those fouls, it's going to be moved very far forward, all the way to the 35-yard line. So, correction on that. Henry Reed back in play. And Giles alongside. Hassan Parrish has had game time tonight, but never at running back. Spread offense with 3 to the near side. And Henry throws it in the dirt under pressure. And it looked like they're just going to call it a spike, which is legal in football. I thought it was going to be ruled. All right, there's the flag for intentional grounding. That's going to move the Tigers back, as I expected. But, yeah, as I said, Tigers deciding to switch it up for the offensive line today. And things haven't really gone their way. Switch everything up. They put Ian White in a center. They have Pearson and Casey Wood at the tackles. The guards are G. Osuchukwu and Jalen Williams. Far pass, and it's going to be intercepted again. This time it's number 8, Socken Frost. Cuts to the right side. Cannot beat Aiden Giles. Tackled at the 26-yard line. And for the third time tonight, when the quarterback, be it Ward Dieterle or Henry Reed, decide to go bold, throw it deep, does not work out in their favor. It was a jump ball as well. Number 1, Coleman Deza, almost got it but cannot come up with it. Another short field for the Crimson Tide. Hate to say it, but at this rate, Tigers might be on pace to potentially, wow, highly unlikely, but Tigers maybe could have as be their worst loss since the 79-0 drubbing at hands of the Archbishop Carroll Lions. Archbishop Carroll last year had the 8th best player in the country with Nick Harbor. I don't even know if he played, though. Decent yardage there by Felder. Gain of 8. 2nd and 2. John Wood managed to get it inside the 10 for a first down. Tiny bit of a scuffle afterwards. Second quarter, 6.5 minutes left with a ticking clock, thanks to the 30 deficit being over 35 points. Looking right, almost tipped, and then unable to come up with it, dropping the ball. There on the far side is Tristan Waters. Rare mistake by him. And King Gunthrope, the one who forced that mistake, and his hands up. And still 2nd and 10. From the 11-yard line, here go Dunbar. John Wood gonna run this one. Makes a cut. And powers his way past Aiden Riley and falls into the end zone. Yet more points for the Dunbar Crimson Tide. 44-0 right now. And Dunbar, yeah. Nothing really matters for Dunbar at this point. They've got a massive win secured. So I just want to see if maybe they try the King game at some point. Certainly doesn't look like it right now. Rosin Dukes with John Wood and Kamon Felder lined up on either side. Goes to John Wood for a touchdown. It'll be Felder this time. Has to make a cut, and he's not going to get it. Loses the ball, in fact. Covered by number 64, Jalen Williams. So Dunbar won't convert. It will be 44-0. Dunbar gonna kick again. Yet again, flag is before the play. short gain right there for Jackson Reed. That brings up third down gain of just 1. Second and 8. Third and 8. And a bit more than a minute to go in the second quarter with a running clock. Henry Reed, looking near side. Sam Managusi tackled for a loss of yards by number 44, Raheem Coleman. Sam Managusi's first reception of the night. And Tigers maybe taking a page out of Dunbar's playbook with that one. With that lining up 3 players on one side, having 2 on one block, and having the screen pass. But same play, different result. Loss of yards, and Tigers gonna let this one count down. For the end of the first half, Tigers trail 44-0 to the Dunbar Crimson Tide. We'll be back. Welcome back for the second half. Your horse won the third field. And scoring line looking rather unsided right now in favor of the Dunbar Crimson Tide. 44-0 over Jackson Reed. Dunbar at the moment are tied for first in the DCIA Stars division with Blue. But they haven't played Blue so far, but they look like the better team. There's a kickoff. Received by Felder. There's pass Humphrey. All he has to beat Brody Ryan. Ryan's giving chase, but he's not going to get there. Touchdown, Felder and Dunbar right off the kickoff. And, yeah. And, maybe it's this one I should remember. Tigers got a lot of injuries. Sam Parrish, Scott Messiah Petty, all on offense. Also, guys like Cam Powers off. In addition, there's a few guys who've been injured the whole season, like primarily Jane Jones, the junior. But even so, this is bad. But there's no excuse for this kind of lead. 50-0, and let's see if Dunbar make it 52-0. Have not gone to the kicking game so far tonight, and Brosnan Duke's lining up in shotgun. Wood beside him. He's not going to go there. He's going back of the end zone and caught. Terminator Waters with the 2 points. That makes it 52-0. So 52-0 after Dunbar returned the kickoff, but with the running clock, already 2.5 minutes in this third quarter have passed. Mason Wilson backed up to the right side again. Big push out of bounds by number 23. That would be Eric Lewis. Got that shove. And yeah. I love the sight of Friday Night Lights. Love how it reflects off the helmets and off the field when you don't looking at is that scoreboard. For a Jackson Reed fan, which most of us are, 52-0. Three lined up on the near side for the Tigers. Let's see if they do that screen pass that Dunbar really love. They did before. It was Zama Nagusi on the reception. But they will hand it off instead. And driven back is Aiden Giles. Said before the game that he wasn't going to come off the field. He wanted to be in all night because of the injuries of Sam Parrish, Scott Messiah Petty. Sam Parrish is suited up tonight. They said it was a game time decision whether he would start or not. And he has been on the field for much of this game, but not back there with Henry Reed. Instead, primarily playing on defense and special teams. And yeah, has been named Giles, working his butt off as today, as he did at Eastern and against Baloo 2 weeks ago. He'll get it again. Giles drives forward, brought down by number 44, Raheem Coleman. Short gain, that makes it 3rd and 8. Ball on the 27. And back in shotgun. Henry Reed to Giles again. But tackle behind the line of scrimmage by number 52, Karan Davis, nicknamed the Tank. A lot of nicknames on this Dunbar team, notably Tristan Terminator Waters, one of the best receivers for the Crimson Tide. Also, Michael Hammer Clark. And yeah, at this stage, all you can do is look ahead. And we'll have just one more football game on the season for Jackson Reed against the Roosevelt Rough Riders, a team the Tigers played 3 times last year, conceded more than 40 points each of those times. But Roosevelt won each of the last 2 Turkey Bowls, the championship for the DCIA Stars Division, a cup that holds a lot of prestige. There's punt by Brody Ryan. Number 3, Isaiah Brandon makes a man miss before he's pushed out by AJ Ward. As I was saying, Turkey Bowl, very prestigious trophy, one of the most valued divisional championships in the country. And Roosevelt won it each of the last 2 years, but they lost a lot of guys in the offseason, a lot of transfers. Most notably, star quarterback and West Virginia commit Khalil Wilkins transferred to Wise High School out in Prince George's County. Also, Josh Harris Golf going out to Quince Orchard, way out in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Lost another one to Riverdale Baptist. Sorry for that. Run stop for just a gain of 1 by number 12. Come on, Felder. Another run by Felder, and he's going to get it all the way to the first, and even a bit more. Great athletic display, and we got a bit of a fight for just a second. Nothing major. Refs able to clear it up pretty easily. But Dunbar do move the chains. It was an impressive run by number 13, Samar Robinson. And see Dunbar this time around. Gonna go to Chamon Burley. Burley makes a cut and runs right into number 13, Dee Dyson. Manages to stick a hand out to the 20-yard line. Spotted down at the 21, however, with that knee down. That'll make it 2nd and 4 for the Dunbar Crimson Tide. pistol formation. For Dunbar, they got man in motion, Shaman Burley, but they're going to go to far side corner, and Zay Brandon unable to come up with it. Covered well by Mason Wilson. He's had a good night today. Good night tonight. Did concede that first touchdown when Tristan Waters had the reception, but otherwise solid. Made a couple good tackles as well. One particularly impressive kick return, which he brought back to the Dunbar 40. And yeah, again, just the little things like that to be proud of. Not much else. Third down and 4. Oh, Dunbar do. I've not a lot of third downs today. Burley in motion again. Brosnan Dukes came under pressure, and he got out. Pushed out within 10 yards by number 1 Coleman Deza. Will be spotted down at the 10. So, first and goal from the 10-yard line. Brosnan Dukes, one of the top rushers for Dunbar, but hasn't had really any reason to do that today. Dunbar O-line managing to resist most of that pressure. And in fact, I believe that was his first run 4 yards today by Brosnan Dukes. Burley in motion again, but again they don't give it to him. And tripped up is number 13, Samara Robinson. So this one's going to come back off a holding call by the Crimson Tide. Tigers have not gotten any fourth down stops today. Stops on third down. Dunbar have converted every time. And again, all we want to see tonight is progression, but they haven't seemed to have made that. As number 13, Samara Robinson, tackled at the 16-yard line by number 9, Cam Butler. And that's the end of the third quarter. No points. Or a touchdown early, actually, off the kickoff by Dunbar. No points after that. We'll be back.
We know you did.
We're back to start the fourth quarter. Let's see if Dunbar can get this quick start. And here he goes. That's number 3 again, Zay Brandon. Waiting for that signal. And touchdown. Well, nope. Yeah, still no signal. It looks like maybe the ref did at first. And man in motion. And now touchdown. Boston Dukes ran that in. Flag after the play is over. All right, Dunbar trying to get the 2 points here. And a bit of delays as Dunbar are going to try for 2 again. They lead 58-0. Scoreboard says 56. I believe that's a mistake. Should be 58. Of course, our scoreboard says 52, but we like to wait until after the point after to update our scoreboard. And in motion again. And this will be handed off to number 1, Michael Clark, nicknamed the Hammer. A senior on this Dunbar Crimson Tide team will make it 60-0. Here's the kickoff for the Dunbar Crimson Tide. They lead 60-0 over the Jackson Reed Tigers. They got to the 35-point threshold, which allowed the clock to run right around the start of the second quarter. Haven't looked back. Down caught by Mason Wilson. Runs to the left. Be tracked down. Makes a cut. And then pushed out of bounds by number 30, Tyler Moselle. With that running clock, almost like 3 minutes went off the board. Probably more from the last possession when Dunbar scored. They took their time with it. Probably want to get back to Dunbar. That. And yeah, again. This will be the fifth game this year that's ended early. We got, looks like, offsides, neutral zone infraction by number 33 for the Dunbar Crimson Tide, Frank McKeithen. And that's what it is. Neutral zone infraction will make it a 1st and 5 for the Tigers. Under 4 minutes to go now in the 4th quarter. First and 5, see if Tigers can convert on short yardage. Can't even say it. Oh, we got a drop ball. And looking like it is recovered by number 24, Dante Bowser. That could have been worse. So Jackson Reed have had, I think, like 0 first downs tonight. And yeah, as I said, they switched it to senior night because we want a more competitive homecoming. And that seems to have been the right decision. Tigers have, safe to say, have struggled tonight. Focus now just on the homecoming game, playing against Roosevelt team. They beat us by over 30 points 3 times last year. Faced them twice in the regular season. They're our duo matchup. Dante Bowser runs that. Gains about 1. And so they managed to. Good run from Dante Bowser. Nice just seeing stage the game like this. Just clock running. Nothing to lose. Just giving it to new players. And that's Dante Bowser, a senior, being given the chance. Dante Bowser, the man who fell on that ball, now kind of given a chance here, maybe. And it was a similar case last year for a sophomore, or 2 weeks ago. Sophomore number 44 down, Bradford Preston. Not in uniform tonight. Henry Reed with Hassan Parrish in the backfield. Or Dante Bowser, actually. Again, that senior getting about 2 yards and a flag after the play. And let's see if this is potentially a first down. And there it is. Tigers finally going to move the chains. As there's now less than a minute. And Tigers, they got all the timeouts left. If they want, they can try to go for some points, potentially a field goal maybe. And they're hurrying up. If I was Minnesota Rogers, I'd maybe call a timeout or something. Because they're at the 40-yard line. Why not go for it? No one likes to shut out. And there's the timeout being used by Coach Minnesota Rogers. Timeout looking like their coach is talking to number 18, Tommy Diaz, another quarterback for the Tigers who hasn't seen any action this year, at least at home, and pretty much nothing last year either. They'll give Dante Bowser again. He's forced to hesitate a bit. Oh, that's not by Tommy Diaz. And that means a loss of yards for the Tigers. And that's going to be it. Tigers look like they're not going to hurry up. Still in the field now, walking off. And that'll be final for senior night here at Horace Farm, the third field. A 60-0 loss. Jackson Reed hosting Dunbar. Dunbar will go to the top of the DCIA standings tonight. Yeah, that'll do it from Horace Farm, the third field. Let's here at Tigers TV Live. We still got the homecoming game coming up in 15 days' time, where Tigers will host Roosevelt, and elsewhere Tigers gonna face HD Woods the next week, and then their final game will be at Blue. But yeah, that's it. For us here at Tigers TV Live, stay tuned, signing out.
And from your cameraman, remember to never back down, never what?
Never give up.